Good morning. I'm kind of a mess this morning. I came down into my basement to work out a little bit, waiting to see my test results come back for my beta. We have been on a 2.5-year journey of my husband getting 2 vasectomy reversals. His first one failed after 6 months, and then what was it, several months after that, I talked him into getting another one, and that one actually went way better. His semen analysis came back way better and stuff, so I was super hopeful. But we have been 2.5 years in. I even had like a little trying to conceive buddy for a while. I think we were checking in with each other every month around the time that you'd get a positive for over a year. And she was able to, conceive. She actually just had her baby, so it's kind of bittersweet. I'm happy for her, but kind of emotional too, where, I wish that we were having babies together. But anyways, we decided, and I've done so many things like the HSG where they go in and make sure there's no blockages. I mean, that was $600. The reversals were several $1,000s. The pregnancy test that I've used for over 2.5 years every month, hoping that that was going to happen. I've spent well over, $600 in pregnancy tests. Talked to a couple fertility doctors, probably a year ago, and then I kind of backed out of that just because we were in transition of selling my business and moving. But still paid that money. This last year, my thyroid has kind of been wonky, and I'm wondering if that's what's caused just the stress on my body. But I had my thyroid panels come back, and the fertility doctor in Nashville said that it looked fine. So we went ahead with an IUI. I just decided, we're just going to try it once. Maybe there's an issue getting them closer to the egg. They told me I had 2 mature follicles. And we went ahead with the IUI, and I was super hopeful. I mean, this last 2 weeks, I have had the weirdest aches and pains and cramping, and even what I thought was implantation bleeding, and then just negatives. I mean, I tested my trigger out because they give you the HCG with the trigger shot, and so I tested that out, and that came out pretty early and stuff. And so, yeah, I was super hopeful that this would be what it was going to take for us to have another kid. And I got a blood test done, the beta done, and that came back this morning, and it was negative for pregnancy. And I'm just kind of got over emotional mess before I got on here to video, but I don't know how people move on from that. Adoption's not really an option for us. We looked into it, and that's actually why we went down the reversal route, just because I was pretty discouraged in the process to adopt and how expensive it is, and there's just a lot more into adoption. But so we thought this was going to be the route. The kids were invested in this. They wanted another sibling. We were hoping for a boy. We have all girls, and anyway, so it came back negative, and I'm at the point now where I just feel like, we've been doing this for 2.5 years, and I track, my basal body temperature, and that was what was crazy is right when I'm supposed to start my cycle, my basal body temperature hiked up, which looks like pregnancy. I mean, if you tracked it, it looks super optimal. It looks very different from my other cycles. And I was just like, even though I was getting negative tests, I was like, maybe it's just too early. And I mean, if you just went off the basal body temperature, you would have thought for sure that I was pregnant. And at this point, I think it's a little too late because I'm about 13 days past. I mean, could it still happen? Very low. I just not enough to even get your hopes up. Late implantation typically means like your higher chance of miscarriage anyways. And I just, we conceived our other children very easily. And like I said, we got a reversal. So that's was our biggest issue in the beginning. But for people that have gone through infertility and never had children. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, it's heartbreaking to me as a mother already knowing and wanting more, and to never have a child. I mean, I have a friend of mine, she's been dealing with infertility for a while now, and I'm so happy for her because she deserves it. They did IUI, then they went to IVF, and I just found out that she was pregnant. And I'm so extremely happy for her, because if anybody deserves a baby, it's her, you know. But it gives me a whole new compassion for women that have dealt with infertility. I look like a wreck. I am so sorry, you guys, but this is my husband's shirt. He's actually out of town right now, so I wear his shirts when he's gone. But anyways, I just my heart goes out to you if you're dealing with infertility. I am so sorry. I want to cry with you. It's devastating every month to get a negative and a negative and a negative. And I pray that you get a positive soon. That may not be what is meant for us. I've got a couple baby outfits that I have had that I'm going to pack up today, because I just need to move on and not put my finances and my energy in that. And if God graces us miraculously without trying, then so be it. My problem is I have my youngest is going to be turning 7, and all my other kids are close together, and so to have a big gap is not ideal. And I'm 38. I'm not getting any younger. And so I just think a lot of stress this past year has probably contributed a lot to what's going on. But anybody that watches this, like, I feel you. I'm with you. I understand the pain. And for you that have never had kids, like, keep going. Just keep going. And I'm sure you're going to get that amazing baby. And there are other people that they have amazing adoption stories that God just totally gives them an amazing blessing in that way. But anyways, I just get on here to say I can relate, I understand, and I'm so sorry that infertility just sucks. It does. It absolutely, it sucks. Have a good day.